Dean Evans has been a star for us throughout the spring so far here. Of course, from Winning Edge Investments, he's been a very popular addition to the team, and he joins me now to preview in depth the Golden Rose, the Group 1 at Rosehill for the 3-year-olds tomorrow afternoon. Good morning to you, Dean.
Good morning, Gareth. How are you going?
I'm good, thanks, mate. We'll go through runner by runner for this year's Golden Rose, and we'll start off with the favourite, the very impressive Animo. He's at $2. He gets gate number 8, James McDonald and James Cummings. Should he be that price?
Oh, look, he's absolutely the one to beat. You know, you look at this race, the last 9 wins have all been colts. They've all won a black type race as a 2-year-old. They've all come off that sort of 14-day break. And the last 3 times the Dolphin has put a saddle on a horse in the Golden Rose, they've won it. You know, this is a high-quality colt, second in the slipper, won the size produce by 3 lengths. And he had a bit of a setback and yet was still able to win the Run to the Rose, which is the key lead-up race to this race. So, you know, he profiles perfectly, James McDonald on board, and, you know, he certainly is going to be the one to beat. But you know, $2 in a major Group 1 like this is a reasonably skinny quote.
Where's a Taurus at the moment? This is the 2, the Victorian. Jason Collett picks up the ride for Anthony and Sam Freeman. He's an $8.50 chance at the moment with the tap.
He's a high-quality colt. Obviously won the Blue Diamond Stakes as a 2-year-old. He's run pretty well. The second of both his runs is prep so far in Melbourne. Yeah, my concerns with him, he did hang with the only time he's run the Sydney Way in the Golden Slipper. And nothing has won this race, you know, historically using a Melbourne prep. So he sort of has the talent to win. But, I think he's here at the lead-up run for the Caulfield Guineas. And despite being, you know, the second best horse, I think, in the race on talent, I'm sort of risking him at a price on the profile and the map.
Can Captivant cause a little bit of an upset from an inside gator? I thought he was pretty good first up, but disappointing the other day.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, it was a good run in the San Domenico, but he was pretty flat in the Run to Rose. He improved when he went up in distance as a 2-year-old, third in the size produce, and then won the Champagne. You know, he's not out of it from gate 1, but I'm not sure that he's quite a winning chance.
High Low's at $34. Your assessment of him this preparation?
He came second in the size and Champagne as a 2-year-old. Was sort of flat first up, but then he ran and improved third last start at Flemington. Even though it could run an okay race at odds, but he doesn't quite have the right profile coming from the Melbourne prep compared to some of the others.
David Gately on his game plan for us yesterday, Dean, he was tipping Animo, but he gave a big push for In the Congo, out in front, out of trouble and dictating terms. A $10 chance for Gai Waterhouse and Adrian Bott with Timmy Clark aboard. Do you give him a strong hope?
Yeah, look, I do. He's sort of a favourite of ours. I've sort of backed him since his debut, off some strong trials before his debut, and sort of followed him, and he's never let us down. You know, he was really good first up when he was unlucky behind Paul L and probably could have won, and he dug deep to win second up. He was a really good second to Animo in the Run to the Rose. You know, he did all the work up front, and he was really running away from the likes of Remark and Captivant and that sort of thing, and only Animo got him. You know, this could be a hard race to win leading all the way, but on the map he does map to get a pretty soft lead. I think he's tough, and yeah, I absolutely think he's got the ability to give this a shake.
So he's at $10 at the moment. Tiger of Malay's a $21 chance for the Freemans, and G Boss takes the ride.
Yeah, look, he won the Group 2 size produce at Eagle Farm as a 2-year-old, which is always a good form reference for this. He won the up-and-coming first up with 61 kgs, and then he ran a close second in the Dulcifer with the top weight, and both of those races have actually proven to be good left-field lead-up races for this historically. Trapeze Artist and the Awesome Sun both come out of those races and won the Golden Rose. He also likes it bone dry, so for me, he also maps really well from gate 4, and Glenn Boss will get him in the right spot. And if it's quickly run, you know, off that 1500 prep, I think he'll be the one really hitting the line strongly. And I think at $21 for me, he's definitely the best roughie.
Okay, so that's a good push for Tiger of Malay. Where's Remark at the moment? He's got big raps on him. He's had big raps on him basically from day one. He was unlucky first up, and then I guess he had his chance there the other day at Camberley Grange. He gets back onto his home track and he goes to the 1,400 metres here. Your thoughts about his chances? Huey Bowman rides for Team Hawks.
Look, as you say, he certainly demonstrated the ability to, in trials, to reel off quick sectionals. He won 2 Rosehill 900-metre trials, sort of plus 6.5, plus 6.1 this prep. He looked good in those. He had a little luck first up. And then he was sort of a solid third, second up in the Run to the Rose. I just got a bit of a concern with him when I sort of see this horse as a trial well and then don't quite finish off. He's got a tongue tie. does that signify a breathing issue or something that might not be fully apparent at this time? I think if there's sort of a delay in the race, I think it might be him. I just don't see him quite finishing off like his potential suggests, and maybe there's something bothering him at the moment. And again, at $8, it's probably others I'd rather be backing.
There's a lot of good judges have got a big opinion about Giannis, who won first up at Kembla Grange, and you can get $21 for him tomorrow in this race. Yeah, look, he always gave the impression that he'd be a better as a 3-year-old on type. He ran second in the J.J. Atkinson style run of the prep. He won the Dulcify first up, and like we've mentioned, it's proven a good lead up in the past. He's a well-trained colt of a decent lead up, and I agree. I think again, if there's a roughie, if something goes wrong with Animo, he's possibly the other one that is, again, that's probably $21. Royal Zell.
He could surprise.
Yeah, sorry, mate. So that's Giannis there at $21. Royal Zell for the informed Gary Portelli, and Rachel King a $31 chance with the tab. That's the 9.
Yeah, look, he's been solid and deserves his spot in the race. I think he's going to get a bit outclassed, to be honest, and get a bit back on the map. He's not one that I think is a winning chance.
Do you give Coast Watch an each-way chance? Another one for Chris Waller, and Nashville Wheeler takes the ride at $23.
Yeah, look, second beating the nose in the up-and-coming and won the Ming Dynasty. I think he's a real talent. I think he could be potentially a sort of Doncaster Randwick Guineas horse in the autumn. I think he prefers the sting out of the ground, and I also think coming up a 28-day break in this race is an ideal. So I don't think this is the race for him, but I think he's a very, very talented horse.
Would you have Murray down in your numbers, the 11?
A bit hard to win this race up in maiden. Anthony Cummings has actually thrown horses in the deep end before and had them outperform, but I can't have him winning.
Geez, Jemaya, she was impressive there the other day against the fillies. Of course, she takes on the boys here, but that was a big turn of foot.
It was certainly impressive. In this race, 14 fillies have run in it for 3 distant second placings, and 2 of them was when they were being at sort of $4.40. So it's not really a race for the fillies. And there's certainly also a big question mark over the quality of the fillies compared to the colts. It was the case for the 2-year-olds, and I think it's probably the case for the 3-year-olds. So I don't think she's a winning chance, but she's got a powerful burst and perhaps could sneak into a place. And
Stardante's the other filly here in the race for the Queensland trainer, Robert Heathcote. Can she measure up?
Again, got the same issue being a filly, so I think place chance would be best. But, it's a big step in grade, and he's sort of not in my numbers. Well, the Caulfield Guineas favourite, Animo, I think he's $2.50 with the tab. He's $2 for the Golden Rose. He's the one to beat according to the market. Is he your play tomorrow? Look, it's absolutely the one to beat. It's not really my go to be backing for the $2 favourites. So, I'd be looking at potentially backing in the Congo, Tiger of Malay, and Giannis at big odds, and then maybe just saving on Animo. Because I think if nothing goes wrong, Animo wins. But if something does, I think those 3 could be the sort of nice plays at big odds. Yep, I like it, mate. And if we want to get involved, of course, with Winning Edge Investments on such a big day and, of course, a big night tonight, how do we do just that? And I think for RSN 927 listeners, there's a terrific deal that they can take full use of. Yeah, look, winningedgeinvestments.com. You can check all the membership options in that section or results in the results section. And if any listener types in the promo code for their service of choice, RSN, they'll get a 50% ongoing lifetime discount for their first membership. That is terrific news. Thanks for that, Dee. Appreciate that, mate. Enjoy tomorrow. And just some news breaking right now. That Benalla Cup meeting has been postponed, so no racing today at Benalla. Thanks for that, Dee. Thank you, Gareth.